I just started a new job, but after the first day, I had this feeling that this wasn't for me. I have another opportunity available, but I don't know how to approach my boss about leaving so soon. Okay, so first thing I would say is it is just the first day. So you might want to give it a little bit more time before you make a decision. Like one day, it might have just been a bad day. You haven't really gotten to know anyone at work, assuming you work with other people. So I wouldn't do anything on the first day. Maybe give it, a week, 2 weeks, hell, give it a month. Like just try and see. Unless it was so bad that it like you cannot firm it, you cannot stay, in which case, all right, you got to do what you got to do. As far as this other opportunity, if it really seems like something that you might want to do, then definitely investigate it. Go and see who's already doing that role. I'm assuming the opportunity is another job, maybe it's not, but try and learn more about it, because what you don't really want to do is just leave this thing straight away and then the opportunity turns out to not really be what it seemed, and then you're kind of just stuck with nothing, right? So make sure that you've informed yourself enough, and don't regret too much the decision you make either way, right? Like we live life in a linear way. We can only see what happens when we do it. So if you decide to stay with the job, try not to ruminate too much on what if I had left. And if you decide to leave and pursue that opportunity, if the opportunity works out, great. If it doesn't work out, don't be like, oh, I should have stayed. Like, you got to understand, like, a lot of life is just navigating it as you go, seeing what happens. So what I'd say is give this job some time. You're very fresh to it, very new, unless it is just the conditions, you just cannot take it, or unless the opportunity is just so golden, you have to do it. Last thing, you're talking about how to approach your boss. Listen, in life, you have to have those awkward, difficult conversations, right? Sure, you're a new employee, but if you really have to leave, well, you're going to stay because you didn't want to have an awkward conversation with your boss. You got to rip the band-aid off sometimes, and this is one of those things. So if you really decide it's time for you to leave, just firm the awkwardness. Like, imagine if people didn't do things because they're afraid of awkwardness, which is a thing that happens. That's how people get stuck in situations they don't want to be in. Like, if you gotta go, you gotta go. And your boss, like, if they're upset about it, it is what it is. But hopefully you have a good boss who's going to be understanding and realize, hey, I'm assuming you're young, right? They're going to be like, hey, listen, when you're young, you gotta explore. So don't worry about it too much. You'll be all right.